This is the Radio Realtors.
I sold the house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate.
Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors.
I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
Both of them are one. You watched the first two? Oh, those are good. The first two are the best. The third one I'm not as big of a fan of, but that's funny. Well, welcome to the Radio Realtors, Northern California's #1 real estate radio show. We are proudly coming to you live from the Zotex Flooring Cabinets and More studios. My name is Robert Lewis, your real estate professor.
And I'm Frank Crandall, your consigliere of real estate. Thanks for tuning in today.
Yep, we're happy that you're here. And if you have questions or a comment, you can reach out to us on the Radio Realtors hotline. You can feel free to text us at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. And I might want to just remind everybody that when you call that number, Frank, and if we don't answer, if we can't get to your phone call right when you call us, what we'll do is we actually will send you an automatic text asking you basically if we can help you in any way. So if you get a text from us when you call us, you know what it's all about.
Or you can live chat with us 24/7 on our website at radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com.
And we have an awesome show for you today with some really good topics. Number one is the old rules versus the new rules of home selling.
Number 2, Ask the Inspector segment from Hawkeye Home Experts featuring Ray Overton.
Right. And number 3, an interview about a brand new affordable home community in the greater Sacramento area starting in the low 400s.
So once again, you can connect with us on the Radio Realtors hotline anytime at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO.
Or you can use our live chat option, like Frank said, 24/7 at our website, radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. It's a real easy thing, and you can do it any time of the day or night. Now, deciding whether it's the right time to sell your home, it can often be a little bit confusing. And there are numerous important questions you probably need to sort through, both financial and even personal, before putting your home on the market. We've got rising home prices, buyer demand, and interest rate increases are just some of the factors to bear in mind. But it's also important to ask yourself whether you're ready to move and if you'll be able to find another home that fits your budget in a pretty competitive market.
And Rob, according to Fannie Mae's most recent home purchase sentiment index, check this out, 51% of consumers believe that now is still a good time to sell.
Yeah, however, Frank, for the past 2 years, real estate has been in a raging seller's market. I mean, it's been crazy, and sellers have been able to expect offers well over asking price. There have been frantic and crazy bidding wars, and few, if any, strings attached to those offers.
Yeah, they've basically been able to name their price and they can get it with some extra to spare. But those glory days may be coming to an end.
That's right, Frank. And the real estate market is cooling down. I mean, we're hearing it all over the news and everything. And home buyers are beginning to have more listings for them to choose from, but they also have less borrowing power due to those increased high prices and the increasing mortgage rates that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, Rob, and all this is telling us that sellers may not be able to whip up those epic offers they've heard of and hoped might come their way.
Yeah, it's true that sellers were a little bit spoiled during COVID-19.
You think?
But the rules are changing, and that's what we're talking about today. But this doesn't mean that a seller can't still get a good price for the home, because they can.
But if your home selling fantasies are based on what the market used to be like 6 months ago, then you could be setting yourself up for disappointment and possibly even jeopardizing your sale.
Yeah, so on the Radio Realtors today, to help you kind of reset your expectations to today's reality, we're going to take a closer look at the new rules versus the old rules and really just what's changed, right?
Okay, old rule number 1, sellers should expect a bidding war. New rule number 1, bidding wars may be rare.
That's right, Frank. While sellers have probably heard rumors of exciting bidding wars for homes raising final prices way up, there are no guarantees that this is going to happen in today's market right now.
That's right, Rob. In this market, sellers probably should not expect a bidding war.
And there's a couple of things that may have caused the market to cool down. We've got rising inventory levels in many markets. We're seeing that, it's still not considered a buyer's market right now, but inventory is way up. In fact, it's over 30% over last year, right? And there's some other factors too. And then sellers, they need to understand that there's an increased amount of homes coming onto the market here. So we're seeing that, which means that buyers now have the option to consider multiple homes before making their final decision.
Yeah, Rob, and the simple truth is when inventory is low, buyers compete for the same few available homes, which drives bidding wars.
That's true, Frank. However, with more inventory available, what we're seeing right now, buyers have a lot more choices and the competition for homes is going down.
Okay, old rule number 2, buyers will pay well over the asking price. New rule number 2, buyers may offer only list price or less.
Yeah, I like this. It's like the old sheriff. Well, there's a new sheriff in town. Well, there's new rules in town right now happening. And this is interesting, Frank, on this one, because sellers used to expect buyers offering well over a home's asking price. I mean, we saw some crazy stuff. We'd put the sign in the yard and we get a offer $75,000 over list price.
In an hour.
And immediately, it would go pending in 20 minutes, right? And then that often added tens of thousands of extra dollars to their bottom line for the sellers. But now lending conditions are much different, which is affecting buyers' ability to make such substantial offers.
Yeah, Rob, when you think about it, at the beginning of the year, mortgage interest rates were hovering about 3%, and they topped out in mid-June, closing in at about 6%.
And right now, Frank, mortgage interest rates are up a little more than 2.5% above where they were at the start of the year and up almost 3% from a year ago. And today's home buyers are spending hundreds of extra dollars per month in mortgage payments because of those higher mortgage interest rates.
That's right. Buyers aren't able to stretch their budgets and put in offers that are as high as they might have been able to do last year when mortgage rates were lower.
And a little thing just for you home buyers out there, and I know I'm deviating from what we're talking about a little bit, but we're talking to you sellers right now, but a lot of buyers out there have been doing the pump the brakes thing right now. In fact, I talked to one of our potential buyers that we have. She's pre-approved, ready to go, and she says, I think I'm going to wait, until December. And this lady's been waiting for quite a bit of time, and she's waited and waited and waited, and she's regretted it. Well, I think she's just scared to pull the trigger on it. But, if you just get out as a home buyer and just look at homes, that is the best idea right now because inventory is much higher and there's a lot of opportunity there for you as a buyer to be able to maybe get a deal on a home. And I'm not talking about a screaming deal, but maybe the seller is willing to pay some of your closing costs. Maybe they're willing to do some repairs. Maybe they're reducing the price of their home because the home was listed a little bit too high and now they've come back down to reality. So it's a really, really good time for you as a buyer to not just be dipping your toe in the pool of home ownership and home buying. It's a good time to jump in with both feet because you going out to look at homes doesn't mean you bought the home, okay? It's sort of like window shopping. So if you're out there as a home buyer and you are thinking, I kind of want to get out there, but I'm hearing all this news that I should wait and wait and wait. Well, just know that people that wanted to buy last year and didn't buy, and they decided to wait. Well, right now they're kicking themselves because values have gone way higher. And then also interest rates have gone up. And then the other thing to keep in mind with interest rates is that you can write off the interest, the mortgage interest still on your house. So even if your interest rate is a little bit higher, you can still write off that interest. And then as soon as rates go down again, you can refinance and get out of that higher interest rate loan. So lots of options there for you. Now, before we get to old rule number 3, we are going to go to break, but we have a great rest of our show today. So you do not want to go anywhere if you're a buyer or a seller, or you're just somebody that wants to know what the pulse of the market is. If you'd like to get a hold of us, you can. 833-32-RADIO is our number. That's 833-32-RADIO, or you can find us online at RadioRealtors.com. You can live chat with us there 24/7, RadioRealtors.com. Back after this. You know, there are some people that believe that all mortgage lenders are the same. But do you believe that diamonds and cubic zirconia are the same? Well, at first glance, they look very similar. But to the trained eye, they are totally different because one's a fake. What's even worse is when you're in the middle of buying a home and you discover that your mortgage lender is a cubic zirconia. This discovery could make you lose your dream home and your hard-earned money. And if you want the real thing and not a fake when it comes to buying your next home, you need the diamond of lenders, Jeff Compton with Guild Mortgage. Jeff and his team, they're devoted to helping you get the right loan with the best interest rates and the lowest fees. And Jeff can close fast, in many cases, in as little as 10 to 21 days. For a quick response, you can call or text Jeff at 916-765-2900. That's 916-765-2900. Or apply online at jeffcompton.com. That's jeffcompton.com. NMLS ID number 298997. Equal housing lender.
Trust the Hawk, Hawkeye Home Experts. Buying and selling a home can be stressful, but not with Hawkeye. Hawkeye Home Experts make home, pest, and roof inspections a breeze. If you're buying a home, Hawkeye will inspect it and give you a detailed report showing current and future problems that other companies might miss. If you're selling a home, Hawkeye will reveal anything that might get in the way of an easy transaction. Think Hawkeye, your trusted home inspection company. Online at HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. Trust the Hawk.
Hi, this is Jerry with Chim Chimney Professional Fireplace and Home Services. Last year was our best ever, and to show our appreciation, we're offering discounts for all your spring cleaning and honeydew list. We're called Chim Chimney, so of course we do chimney cleaning and repairs, but we're also the trusted pros at rain gutter cleaning, dryer vent cleaning, pressure washing, tree trimming, and junk removal. Call us today at 916-247-6579 or online at thechimchimney.com. That's thechimchimney.com.
If you're like a lot of people, you may have put your plans for buying a home on hold because you're worried about higher interest rates. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's a silver lining with these higher rates. You see, the higher rates are temporary, and so are the stabilizing home prices, because as soon as rates go down again, more home buyers will enter the market, and that's sure to raise home prices once again. Even financial guru Dave Ramsey says that right now is the best time to buy a home in the next 5 years. There's a lot of people that decided to wait to buy a home last year or even the year before, and they're kicking themselves now. And if you're paying $2,000 a month in rent, you're paying $24,000 a year toward your landlord's mortgage. Did you know that there are down payment assistance programs where we may be able to get you in a home for little to no money down? Let us help you become a homeowner. Get pre-approved today. Call the Radio Realtors right now at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Or live chat with us at RadioRealtors.com. That's RadioRealtors.com.
This is the Radio Realtors.
I sold a house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate. Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors. I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
All right.
What have we learned?
Yeah, exactly. All right, welcome back to the Radio Realtors, Northern California's #1 real estate radio show, coming to you live from the Zotex Flooring Cabinets and More studios. My name is Robert Lewis, your real estate professor.
And I'm Frank Crandall, your consigliere of real estate.
And that's a good question, Frank. What have we learned here today? We're talking about the old rules of home selling versus the new rules. There are new rules in town, just like there's a new sheriff in town. And his name is Reggie. What was that guy's name on some movie with?
It was Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
He was with. There's a new sheriff in town. His name is Reggie Hammond.
Reggie Hammond? Is that his? Yeah. I can't remember what.
I think it's a 48-hour movie.
That's right. So we're talking about old movies or older movies, classic movies, right? But we're talking about old rules for home selling versus new rules. And we're going to recap just the first two.
Nick Nolte. That's his name.
That's right. Nick Nolte. Now, he wasn't a comedian, though. No, but good actor, though, Nick Nolte. So old rule number 1 is sellers should expect a bidding war, and the new rule number one is bidding wars are going to be rare. And we're just seeing that right now. We're not seeing, everybody is hoping to at least get one really good offer. But if you get 2 or 3 right now in this market, you're blessed.
Yeah,
right?
you're lucky if you get a list price offer.
Right, exactly. Now, old rule number 2 is buyers will pay well over asking price. The new rule is buyers may only pay list price or less. And we're seeing that right now. And a lot of that has to do with you sellers. I have to just say this, that you listed your home too high to begin with. And then things have changed. And what we're seeing right now is that we're talking to home sellers all the time these days. And we just said, hey, you know what? You're going to have to kind of get real on your price. And then if we go for this price that you really want, we're going to have to adjust it if you're not getting viewings and offers, because the market is singing loudly and saying your home is overpriced.
All this favors the buyer.
It does favor the buyer.
Yeah.
But you know what? As a seller, just don't freak out. You just have to know what the new rules are, and that's what we're going over today, right? So
remove emotion.
Yeah, so old rule number 3 is buyers may waive contingencies. New rule number 3 is contingencies are back with a vengeance. Guess who's back? Back again. Contingencies are back. Tell a friend. Okay, so and during the intense sellers market of the past couple years, sellers enjoyed many unusual benefits, Frank, one of which was getting contingency-free offers or bids without inspections or even appraisal.
Right, Rob. We saw that a lot, but those days soon may be a thing of the past.
Right, and our prediction is that sellers can expect buyers to rein in their offers by coming in maybe under asking and by possibly asking for repairs or seller concessions.
In addition to that, sellers might even want to offer incentives to make their home more attractive to buyers who, for the first time in years, are seeing the market begin to shift toward their favor.
Yeah, this is so true. And sellers that do inspections prior to listing or even being willing to pay for some closing costs or at least providing a home warranty, they can really show buyers that they are reasonable sellers.
Old rule number 4, homes will sell in a few days. New rule number 4, homes will sell in a few weeks and longer.
Right, Frank. And as more houses hit the market and the buyer pool reduces because of those interest rates going up, sellers should be prepared for it to potentially take longer to sell their home.
And what we're saying, Rob, is sellers need to be patient. And when they do get an offer, they shouldn't wait it out to see if they can get any more.
Right. And also, Frank, here's the truth. If a home is priced well and sellers are honest with themselves about how much they can get for their home, it shouldn't sit on the market for a long time.
But Rob, the homes that were sitting or reducing their price are ones that most likely were overpriced for the market.
And we did see some similar trends in June and July, Frank. I mean, we saw a spike in price cuts, but now we're twice as likely to see a price cut as we were at the same time last year. And we kind of mentioned that in the beginning of the show.
Old rule number 5, homes will sell in any condition. New rule number 5, homes need to be showroom ready.
Yeah, you know, last year, Frank, it seemed like the condition of a home, it really didn't matter that much. And there was so much interest and so few homes on the market that prospective buyers were really willing to look past any deficiencies or weird idiosyncrasies with homes. But today's home buyers are just more discerning.
Yeah, and because of this, sellers need to focus on preparing their homes and getting them into showroom condition.
And sellers who have move-in ready homes, Frank, they should continue to see healthy traffic, you know, for showings and open houses, provided their homes have been priced correctly and, of course, marketed properly.
But Rob, homes with odors, stained carpets, dated decor, worn roofs, or lacking kitchen upgrades will likely sell for less than it's expected.
Yeah, and you know, one thing is that you seem to always mention odors. There's something there with you.
It's my pet peeve,
you
dude.
do not like nasty odors, huh?
No, I don't. Everybody's got their own little
I
fetish.
agree with you. I don't like terrible odors either. And, you know, here's the deal. When you first put
You don't even like my cologne.
Well, sometimes. And I know that you don't wear a lot, but I have strong olfactory senses. But I just think it's funny that you
No, I do
mentioned
wear
this.
a lot. I just don't wear it when I'm around you.
Oh, do you really? So,
out of respect.
Yeah. So what do you? How many squirts do you put on yourself?
Probably 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
If you do 2, you're fine. And if you just like spray it in the air and then just kind of like go through it like Superman, that's the easiest way to.
You're killing me.
You don't need all that, Frank. Just your common, regular Frank scent is, you know, good enough. So I don't think you need the.
And continuing.
Yeah. So, but here's the deal. When you put your home on the market, when you first do it, you might be hopeful for a quick sale, especially if you put a lot of money into improving your home over the years, and if the neighborhood is one that has historically attracted a lot of buyers.
And while you shouldn't panic if the house doesn't sell the moment you list it, you should begin to worry if the weeks start flying by without any real offers.
Yeah, so here's the wrap up. If you've considered the pros and cons and decided to put your home on the market, there are some final things that you should consider to get the best possible deal. The first thing to do is make repairs if they're needed. And to help land the best offer for your home, sellers, you need to understand that you only have one chance to make that first impression.
And a good thing to do is just call Rob and Frank here at the Radio Realtors at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO, and we can walk your property with you and make suggestions for preparing your home to hit the market.
That's right. And now the second thing to do is to declutter the interior of your home.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you should make a real effort to tidy and declutter your house because you want to allow prospective buyers to see the living spaces very clearly.
Yes, yes, yes. Less is more, always more. The fewer items in a room, the larger it will feel. So as my wife says, remove any personal items. Position furniture to make the layout of the room flow and remove any unnecessary furniture.
Yep. I agree with that 100%. Now, the third thing to do is add curb appeal outside. And your home's exterior is another part of making a good first impression. And it's worth freshening up the curb appeal before, buyers see it.
And that should include improving or upgrading landscaping and walkways and a fresh coat of paint on your front door.
Yeah, you know what? That is a big return on your investment, a fresh coat of paint or even a new front door and new hardware for sure. Now, the fourth thing you should do is invest in home staging. Staging a home for sale, especially if it's a vacant home, can help potential buyers imagine how rooms can be used and present a more attractive and elegant image.
And staging can help show buyers how to best optimize the space. And we mentioned last week that if you stage a home, you're going to get 8 to 12% more money because it's staged.
And that's not from us. That's from the National Association of Realtors. But
right.
We've lived that and experienced it ourselves. Now, the fifth thing you need to do is find a good realtor, and you found them right here at the Radio Realtors. And that's Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall with eXp Realty.
That's right, Rob. Let us help you create a game plan to get your home organized and in shape to present it in the most favorable light.
And, with interest rates on the rise, it may be better to sell sooner rather than later, because if rates spike much more, some prospective buyers may retreat from home shopping together.
So why not reach out to us right now for a Radio Realtor CMA comparative market analysis?
Yeah, we'll put together an analysis that will show you comparables. We can show you exactly what your home should sell for in this market. We'll help you prepare things and get it ready for sale. And then we'll put our marketing plan together that is one of the most intense marketing plans that you can ever find, that we can target market your home to more eyeballs and more potential vetted buyers than anybody else. So give us a call. 833-32-RADIO is our number. That's 833-32-RADIO. Or you can live chat with us 24/7 at our website, radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. And we got to go to break now, but we will be coming back with our segment with our good friend Ray Overton from Hawkeye Home Experts. It's called Ask the Inspector. You're not going to want to go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Rob here, and I'm sure you've seen it on the news. You've heard it on our show. Mortgage interest rates are up. But you know what? This could be your golden opportunity to buy a home and not be in a bidding war. And you might even be able to use a down payment assistance loan or a lower down payment or no down payment option mortgage. And you know who we recommend to help you? Our friends Sammy Campbell and Rochelle Filer at Preferred Rate Mortgage at 916-316-8905. They make the pre-approval process a breeze. Why continue to pay your landlord's mortgage? You owe it to yourself to build your own equity and wealth. So if what I'm saying is striking a nerve with you and you're ready to finally buy a home of your own, call Sammy and Rochelle at Preferred Rate Mortgage, 916-316-8905. That's 916-316-8905. Or you can apply online at informedmortgagefinancing.com. That's informedmortgagefinancing.com. NMLS ID number 27779. Equal housing lender.
Hey, if you need flooring for your home, you need Zotex Flooring. They're your partners as you redesign or remodel your home. Check out their hundreds of amazing reviews on Yelp and Google. Zotex is family run, and their friendly design experts will help you pick a beautiful floor that suits your home and lifestyle. Zotex also has a wide selection of cabinets and countertops. 4 showrooms to serve you: Sacramento, Rockland, Vacaville, and now in Elk Grove. Find them online at ZOTHEXflooring.com. That's ZotexFlooring.com.
If you're in real estate, you know that being an agent isn't always as glamorous as you see on HGTV. The real life of a realtor can be tough physically, emotionally, and financially. What if there was a way to take control of your life and career without paying thousands of dollars? What if there was a way to put together a lucrative retirement plan that most agents only dream about? At the Radio Realtors, we help realtors create greater personal wealth by utilizing amazing advances in technology. Let's get together for coffee and discuss how you could be a part of history, like the Amazon of real estate. Find out how we're making real estate fun and rewarding through multiple streams of income. There's a saying, if you're going to live, leave a legacy. Make a mark on the world that can't be erased. Whether you want to be a realtor, you have a few years in, or you're a veteran, are you ready to make your mark? Let us help you. Call us 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO, or online at radiorealtors.com.
This is the Radio Realtors.
I sold a house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate. Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors. I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
Well, I got to tell you, folks, one of my favorite segments that we do here at the Radio Realtors is our Ask the Inspector segment, and it's always with our favorite home inspector, Ray Overton. He is the owner of Hawkeye Home Experts, and they not only do home inspections, but they do pest inspections and sewer inspections and roof inspections and a lot of different ancillary inspections, even pool inspections. They do it all. It's your one-stop shop if you need an inspection for your home. And that's whether you're a buyer or a seller. So if you need a home inspection or any inspection, you can always go to their website. It's HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. That's HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. Tell them that the Radio Realtors sent you. We would appreciate it. Now, this next question that we have for you, Ray, is a good one, and I actually don't know the answer to this question. So it's from Debbie in Roseville, and Debbie says, is my water heater required to be on a stand in the hall closet or garage? Maybe she has it in the garage, maybe she has it in the hall closet, but what's the answer to that question?
That's a good question. And it's a little controversial, actually, because the way the building code reads is if that burner, or usually it's going to be a gas water heater.
Right.
But it can be a source of ignition. So an electric water heater is also a source of ignition. But you don't see electric water heaters on a stand typically. Most contractors won't require it. They just allow it, even though the code says, what I just said. But electric water heaters don't generally have to be on a stand. Now, a gas water heater should be 18 inches to the floor, to the burner. So, and the purpose of that is, and that would be only in the garage. And the purpose is people store paint, gasoline cans, things of that nature on the ground.
Yeah.
Yep, combustible things that have a vapor, a flammable vapor, and they don't want that vapor to come up to that burner. Now, they do make gas water heaters that are allowed to be on the floor. So it just depends on the situation, depends on the water heater, the type, and then where it is. But in the closet, no, not required.
Gotcha. Now, it has to be double strapped, right, these days?
Correct.
So your water heater, whether it's electric or gas?
Correct.
It has to be double strapped. And then what about tankless water heaters? Usually I've seen them and they're either in the garage or outside of the home.
Yeah.
So how does that work exactly?
Yeah, no straps needed on that. You'll see them in the attic also.
What do you think about those? If you had to choose for your own house, would you take tankless?
Absolutely.
Or would you, I'd go with tankless?
Absolutely. The only downfall, and they're getting better with manufacturing them, but when you have, let's say, a 3,000 square foot house with 4 bathrooms and a laundry and a kitchen, they used to not be able to keep up with the demand. So if you had multiple things going at the same time, the flow of the water really shuts down and they can't keep hot, full flow going to every fixture.
So if you had
three
two
kids
showers going
yeah.
or whatever, and
Yeah.
somebody doing dishes and all those things, it was difficult. But it seems like they're better now.
Yeah, they're more energy efficient also. And you go into any new home today, it's always a tankless.
Well, hopefully that answered Debbie's question there. So now the next question is from Kathy in Rockland, and she says, what does egress mean with my windows? My inspector, so I guess she's had her home inspected. The inspector said I have improper sized windows for fire egress. What is that about?
This is something for fire escape and egress. Egress means being able to get out of the house.
Okay.
So for one thing, your bedroom, any sleeping room, has to have direct access either to the hallway, which is your primary means of fire escape. So you can get straight out of the house. You don't have to go from room to room. So you can't have a bedroom, a sleeping room that opens to another bedroom, for instance, or maybe opens to a patio room. If it's enclosed, that's not allowed either.
Okay.
And so the sleeping room has to have a certain size window. It has to open up a certain amount, width and height. And then it can only be 44 inches off the floor so that most people, children, can get out of that window easily, as well as a fireman can get in the window with all his equipment on.
Okay.
So that's the purpose of that.
Excellent.
So older homes have much smaller windows. They don't conform to current code.
Gotcha.
So when somebody buys a home, an old home, and maybe they even replace the windows, but they didn't enlarge the opening to put in a proper size fire egress window. So yeah, we see that all the time.
That's going to be on your report, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, that's good. Hopefully that answers your question there, Kathy. Now, the next question is from Troy in Vacaville. And Troy says, can I put an enclosed patio on the backside of my house?
Well, that kind of ties into what we were just talking about. Yes, you can. Depends on the size of it. You would need to probably pull a building permit for that. But let's talk about that egress again, because we see this all the time. People will add this patio cover and close it, and maybe 2-bedroom windows are now opening up into this patio room, and we no longer have direct access to the exterior.
Okay.
So that is a no-no.
Right, so you got to just be
as
careful
long as
on
it's
that.
not a sleeping room.
Now, is that something that you typically want to get permitted?
You would have to have that permitted, and they would not allow that if the bedroom's opened up to it.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so the next question is from Craig in Rosemont, and that's a great area, Rosemont. I like that area. So Craig is asking, this might be a trying to get you question, can I use a rubber hose on my water heater pressure relief valve? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. So your water heater has a temperature and pressure relief valve, also known as a TPR, and there's only certain types of materials that you can use for that. And the biggest issue is that you cannot reduce the opening size of that valve. So it has to be hard piped out. You can't use a flexible, and we see this all the time.
I
Just
think
saw
you've
it this
seen
morning,
that on,
actually.
on one of our inspections.
Yeah, they put that, when you see a water heater, it has a flexible copper tubing that's serving the hot and cold water coming in and out of the water heater. Well, they use that same thing because it's easy. You can bend it over and then connect to the existing. And you only see this on when they replace a water heater.
Right.
So it cannot be a flexible because that reduces the inside diameter of that pipe.
Okay.
And then you also, which we see all the time, is it can't go uphill. It has to be able to drain with gravity. So you can use copper, a solid copper pipe, a rigid pipe, galvanized pipe. You can also use CPVC, which is higher temperature rated than PVC.
Okay.
PVC is what you see on sprinkler pipes.
Okay,
the
that makes
difference.
sense.
Yeah. So it's not rated for high temperature and high pressure, but CPVC is allowed, which is a little creamier color of a pipe. It's not white. You're also allowed to use PEX piping. So yeah, but you can't use steel braided hoses or the corrugated, or like this morning I saw was electrical conduit. Can't use that. Can't go uphill, which is a kind of a problem when your water heater's in the middle of the house, which some of the homes like in Sacramento area over by Watt Avenue, their water heater's in a closet in the middle of the house.
That's like Arden Manor area.
Oh, correct.
Arden Manor.
Yep. So when they replace the water heater, there's those old ones, they didn't run the pressure relief pipe outside.
Right.
So now you have this problem of how do I get this pressure relief pipe to go outside that has to be able to slope and drain with gravity can't go uphill. And how do I run it to the outside from the middle of the house without opening up all the walls? So it's really a problem.
Interesting.
Yeah. Or if your water heater's in the basement also, how do you get that thing to drain with gravity? It's supposed to go outside and point down. It's supposed to be within 6 to 24 inches off the ground in a safe location. So yeah, it can be a problem.
Yeah, for sure. We don't run into too many basements here, but we do. But you do
downtown Lamb Park. Yeah.
No, in fact, you did one for us in Southland Park. It had a big basement. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
They had a little wine cellar going on down there, so it was kind of nice. So I think we have time for one more quick question, and it's from Jeff in El Dorado Hills. And Jeff said, what is an air gap device and why do I need one?
Yeah. Boy, we see this all the time. And there's another little controversy with this, but an air gap device is actually an anti-siphon device. It's required on your water heater drain hose. So it's that little round cylinder about 3 or 4 inches tall that sits next to your kitchen faucet on top of the sink. Mm-hmm. And so your dishwasher is supposed to the drain hose is supposed to connect to the bottom of that. And then there's another pipe that comes off of the bottom of that air gap, and that goes to disposal. So if your sink was to back up with water, which is usually not pretty, they don't want that water to contaminate your dishwasher. So it stops that siphoning back into your dishwasher. Now, there are, that I know of, Bosch dishwashers, that brand, they have their own internal anti-siphon device. And so they don't require an air gap device to be put on the sink. But that's nowhere in the building code. So it's just one of those things. Sometimes the manufacturer's recommendations oversees what the building code is. So you have to kind of put it into what that manufacturer recommends.
Excellent. Well, that's a good question. And I'm glad some of these I have no idea what they're talking about. So I'm glad that you are giving us the answers. So if you would like to ask the inspector a question, all you got to do is get a hold of the Radio Realtors at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Or you can find us online at radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. And you can book any inspection with Hawkeye Home Experts by just going to their website. It's HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. That's HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. Now, we are the Radio Realtors, and we'll be back right after this.
You know, there are some people that believe that all mortgage lenders are the same. But do you believe that diamonds and cubic zirconia are the same? Well, at first glance, they look very similar. But to the trained eye, they are totally different because one's a fake. What's even worse is when you're in the middle of buying a home and you discover that your mortgage lender is a cubic zirconia. This discovery could make you lose your dream home and your hard-earned money. And if you want the real thing and not a fake when it comes to buying your next home, you need the diamond of lenders, Jeff Compton with Guild Mortgage. Jeff and his team, they're devoted to helping you get the right loan with the best interest rates and the lowest fees. And Jeff can close fast, in many cases, in as little as 10 to 21 days. For a quick response, you can call or text Jeff at 916-765-2900. That's 916-765-2900. Or apply online at jeffcompton.com. That's jeffcompton.com. NMLS ID number 298997. Equal housing lender.
Trust the Hawk, Hawkeye Home Experts. Buying and selling a home can be stressful, but not with Hawkeye. Hawkeye Home Experts make home, pest, and roof inspections a breeze. If you're buying a home, Hawkeye will inspect it and give you a detailed report showing current and future problems that other companies might miss. If you're selling a home, Hawkeye will reveal anything that might get in the way of an easy transaction. Think Hawkeye, your trusted home inspection company. Online at HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. Trust the Hawk.
Hi, this is Jerry with Chim Chimney Professional Fireplace and Home Services. Last year was our best ever, and to show our appreciation, we're offering discounts for all your spring cleaning and honeydew list. We're called Chim Chimney, so of course we do chimney cleaning and repairs, but we're also the trusted pros at rain gutter cleaning, dryer vent cleaning, pressure washing, tree trimming, and junk removal. Call us today at 916-247-6579 or online at thechimchimney.com. That's thechimchimney.com.
If you're like a lot of people, you may have put your plans for buying a home on hold because you're worried about higher interest rates. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's a silver lining with these higher rates. You see, the higher rates are temporary, and so are the stabilizing home prices, because as soon as rates go down again, more home buyers will enter the market, and that's sure to raise home prices once again. Even financial guru Dave Ramsey says that right now is the best time to buy a home in the next 5 years. There's a lot of people that decided to wait to buy a home last year or even the year before, and they're kicking themselves now. And if you're paying $2,000 a month in rent, you're paying $24,000 a year toward your landlord's mortgage. Did you know that there are down payment assistance programs where we may be able to get you in a home for little to no money down? Let us help you become a homeowner. Get pre-approved today. Call the Radio Realtors right now at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Or live chat with us at RadioRealtors.com. That's RadioRealtors.com.
This is the Radio Realtors.
I sold a house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate. Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors. I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
So eat when that happens.
All right, let's do a spin. Okay. All right, welcome back to the Radio Realtors. We are Northern California's #1 real estate radio show, proudly coming to you live from the Zotex Flooring, Cabinets, and More studios. My name is Robert Lewis, your real estate professor.
And I'm Frank Crandall, your consigliere of real estate.
And Frank, you know, from time to time, we come across certain new home communities that we think are a great deal. And we have discovered an up-and-coming one in Olivehurst, which is up there in beautiful Yuba County. And we have a representative from the community calling in with a lot of details. But before we spill the beans on this community, we want to let you know that if you allow us, the Radio Realtors, to refer you and represent you, if you decide that you want to buy at this great community, you will not only get the incentives that the community and their lender offer, but you will also receive $1,000 towards your closing costs or a gift card to Home Depot or Lowe's from us, the Radio Realtors.
And that is an awesome deal.
Yeah,
so if you like what you hear, make sure you reach out to the Radio Realtors right now so we can set up your tour at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO, or contact us live via chat at RadioRealtors.com. That's RadioRealtors.com.
That's right. So listen up as we get our fill-in producer, Frank, and he's in the studio right there. He's sitting down. He's got a Hawaiian shirt on, looking really, really good today. But he is bringing up line one, and we've got Chrissy, who is the subdivision sales manager. That is a big title out at this new community. It's called Draper Ranch in Olivehurst. Hey, thanks for being on the Radio Realtors today, Chrissy.
Well, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here and to share our wonderful community with you.
So, Chrissy, tell us a little bit about Draper Ranch and your builder out there, Generation Communities.
We are a new community being built in Olivehurst. We are currently building 3 floor models. We have 2 3-bedroom, 2-bath models and 1 4-bedroom, 2-bath model. We have currently 4 homes that are move-in ready. I have 7 that are scheduled to be completed in about 6 weeks, and then hopefully 6 more by the end of the year. It's a great time to get in, pick your lot, and pick your options.
So now, can you tell us about some of the different features that these great homes have?
Our base model homes come pretty complete. They come with quartz countertops, shaker-style cabinets, 9-foot ceilings, 8-foot doors. I have indoor laundry, pantries, LVP, upgraded carpeting, and stainless steel appliances, and they come standard with a whole house fan.
A whole house fan. Well, that's good. So there's got those 9-foot ceilings. Now, they also have a solar option too. Is that correct?
Yes, we do have solar options. We have a great price if you purchase it at closing, or you can lease it.
That's right. And you know what? We always recommend, if you've listened to the Radio Realtors for any
given time, you know that we believe in purchasing your solar. It's just a way better deal. So you got a question for her, Frank?
Yeah, Chrissy, because this is a little out of the way for some of our Sacramento area buyers, can you let us know a little bit more about the amenities that are nearby at Draper Ranch?
So Draper Ranch is about 7 miles north of Plumas Lake. We're near Hard Rock Cafe. We're near Thunder Valley. We're about 35 minutes from downtown Sacramento and the airport, not far from Rockland, easy commute to Lincoln, Marysville, and Yuba City is right over the bridge. And we have a super Walmart. And exciting news, we are just now going to be breaking ground on a Costco in September.
Well, that's great because they got great amenities. And if you're a concert guy, because we were talking about concerts a little bit earlier today.
Golf.
Yeah, well, you've got Plumas Lake Golf and Country Club near you, and then there's also Peachtree. And then you've got Toyota Amphitheater, right? So it's just a little ways away. So
Rob,
that's amazing.
I'm telling you, that place out there is ballooning out.
Yeah,
it's
growing.
Building.
Yeah, they are building a lot, and it's becoming one of those. It was a sleepy community, and now it's becoming a powerhouse community, and it's one of the best kept secrets being out there in Yuba County. So you have 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. You got a couple different models. The one model starts at $417,990, right?
Yes. That is our Dane. It is 1,349 square feet, 3 bedrooms, open floor plans with the kitchen and the living room area. It has an indoor laundry, has an owner's entry, and an oversized 2-car garage with a tankless water heater inside.
And so what's the second size 3-bedroom, 2 bath? So it's 1,500 and some odd square feet?
It's 1,587, and that is our Lauren. It actually flips the kitchen and the master bedroom, so it kind of gives you a little bit of separation between your master bedroom and then your 2 guest bedrooms are your kids' bedrooms. Our Lauren has the same amenities as the Dane, and then our Naomi, which is our 4-bedroom model, is $1,756. There is walk-in closets in all 4 bedrooms, a linen closet between bedroom 3 and 4, and a large owner's entry, and we call it a Costco pantry.
So a huge Costco pantry, right?
I love that.
And
huge
the
pantry.
4.2, it starts at $444,900, right?
Yes. Oh, and did I mention that all of our homes come with stainless steel appliances? That is standard. Not
I think you said that, but that is good. That is a great thing. So what's our next question, Frank?
Yeah, so with the interest rates, Chrissy, that are going up, are there any special incentives that you're doing right now for potential home buyers?
This weekend, we have some great incentives. With buyer-approved credit, our seller is going to buy down the interest rate to 4.99, which is a huge savings, and that is for the life of the loan, not just like the first year or 2. And if you use the preferred lender, there is a $2,500 credit to help with the closing costs.
That's awesome. And you know what is amazing about that is that, you know, when you look at that buy down is about $8,000 to $10,000 worth of a buy down.
Huge.
It's a huge thing. And plus, with the Radio Realtors credit that we give you, either the gift card or the credit, that's another $1,000 that you would get once you close on your home. So that is awesome. Now, you said the grand opening is happening this weekend. What are the hours that the community is open, Chrissy?
We will be there from 10 to 4 on Saturday and Sunday. And if you need an appointment after that time, just give us a call and we'll be there to meet you.
So what's the best way for our listeners to view these homes and take advantage of all the incentives if they do decide to purchase one of these gorgeous homes in Draper Ranch there?
Well, Rob and Frank, if your listeners want to get all of the incentives, including your $1,000 credit, they should probably call you since you're letting me come on your show and share this community with them. So they need to schedule with you, and then we can give them all of these great incentives.
That's amazing. That sounds good to me, doesn't it to you, Frank?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So basically, if you're interested in taking a look at this wonderful community in Draper Ranch and receive a private tour, what do they got to do, Frank?
They got to call right now, 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO.
And Chrissy, thanks for being on the Radio Realtors today. We appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
Thanks, Chrissy.
All right, once again, to view these amazing brand new homes starting in the low $400,000 range, you heard it here first. Reach out to us right now at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. And Frank, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this show.
Make it a great week, everybody.
In this crazy real estate market, if you're even considering selling your home, you need options.
Because the fact of the matter is, selling your home is not one size fits all.
And at the Radio Realtors, we're all about options.
Yeah, maybe your home is in great condition and a traditional sale with a targeted marketing approach that gets you multiple offers over list price is what you want.
Or maybe you would sell if you had the perfect home to move to. Then our Dream Home Finder program is your best option.
Or maybe your home needs a little sprucing up to get top dollar. Then our quick fix and list option, where we pay for the repairs up front, is what you need.
Or maybe you have a house that's a real fixer and you just don't have the time, energy, or money to deal with it, and you need a competitive all-cash offer.
We do that too.
And just like you, we hate pushy salespeople.
And we hate gimmicks.
But we do love helping you get a premium for your home, whatever your situation is. Call or text us right now at 833-32-RADIO.
That's 833-32-RADIO.
833-32-RADIO.
Rob here, and I'm sure you've seen it on the news. You've heard it on our show. Mortgage interest rates are up. But you know what? This could be your golden opportunity to buy a home and not be in a bidding war. And you might even be able to use a down payment assistance loan or a lower down payment or no down payment option mortgage. And you know who we recommend to help you? Our friends Sammy Campbell and Rochelle Filer at Preferred Rate Mortgage at 916-316-8905. They make the pre-approval process a breeze. Why continue to pay your landlord's mortgage? You owe it to yourself to build your own equity and wealth. So if what I'm saying is striking a nerve with you and you're ready to finally buy a home of your own, call Sammy and Rochelle at Preferred Rate Mortgage, 916-316-8905. That's 916-316-8905. Or you can apply online at informedmortgagefinancing.com. That's informedmortgagefinancing.com. NMLS ID number 277792, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, if you need flooring for your home, you need Zotex Flooring. They're your partners as you redesign or remodel your home. Check out their hundreds of amazing reviews on Yelp and Google. Zotex is family run, and their friendly design experts will help you pick a beautiful floor that suits your home and lifestyle. Zotex also has a wide selection of cabinets and countertops. 4 showrooms to serve you: Sacramento, Rockland, Vacaville, and now in Elk Grove. Find them online at ZOTHEXFlooring.com. That's ZotexFlooring.com.
If you're in real estate, you know that being an agent isn't always as glamorous as you see on HGTV. The real life of a realtor can be tough physically, emotionally, and financially. What if there was a way to take control of your life and career without paying thousands of dollars? What if there was a way to put together a lucrative retirement plan that most agents only dream about? At the Radio Realtors, we help realtors create greater personal wealth by utilizing amazing advances in technology. Let's get together for coffee and discuss how you could be a part of history, like the Amazon of real estate. Find out how we're making real estate fun and rewarding through multiple streams of income. There's a saying, if you're going to live, leave a legacy, make a mark on the world that can't be erased. Whether you want to be a realtor, you have a few years in, or you're a veteran, are you ready to make your mark? Let us help you. Call us 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO, or online at radiorealtors.com.